Okay guys, I told you that I would make a video to help you with your homework. Let's make sure y'all can see me. Okay, so with your homework, let's go through this together. Okay? First thing you're going to do, we did some of this together. First thing you're going to do is highlight where your meniscus curve is. This is the curve. You want to highlight the bottom of the curve, because actually this is where you're going to read the water level. It would look like that if you colored it in. So you're going to read the bottom of the curve. I'm not going to color all of them in. That's why you highlight the bottom of the curve. Okay, so if you're going to highlight the bottom of the curve, first thing you need to do is you need to find out what it's counting by. I mean, what is it counting by? Is it counting by ones? Is it counting by twos, fives, tens? What's it counting by? Black. Nope, no black. Okay, so I'm going to use the green. Okay, so see what it's counting by. You've got 42 to 43. Okay, well, in between 42 and 43, these are going to definitely be decimals. So you know that it's going to be 42 something, because it's in between 42 and 43. So you go ahead and put your 42 down and put a decimal. Well, let's count what's in between here. 42.1, 42.2, 42.3, 42.4, 42.5, 42.6. If we kept going to check, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 tens equals one whole. So we know that this is going to be counting by 0.1s. So this one is by 0.1 each time. So we're going to count 1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6 will be 42.6. Okay, so we go over this one. It's between 31 and 32. So we know that it's going to be 31 something. So we put 31 and a decimal. Okay, so this is 0.1. Oh, can't see that line. 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, and 0.8. So we know this one is 0.8. So it's going to be 31.8. Okay, so we're reading to the bottom of the curve. It's between 19 and 20. So we know that it's going to be 19 something, because in between is a decimal. So you put your 19 down and your decimal. So find out what it's counting by. This is counting by 0.1s. This is counting 0.1s. This looks like it's counting by 0.1s as well. So it'll be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So this one will be 19.4. It's between 11 and 12. So we know it's going to be 11 something. So go ahead and put your decimal down. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. So this will be 11.5. Okay, so it's between 21 and 22. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. So this one's going to be 21.8. Okay, so now we're going to go down to this one. Go ahead and highlight the bottom of your curve. Just makes it easier. Highlight the bottom of your curve, because that's where your line is going to be. Your paper's a lot clearer than mine. Highlight the bottom of your curve. So that's where you know where to stop, if you highlight the bottom of your curve. Okay, so let's look at this one. It's between 25 and 26. So what is in between 25 and 26? Well, here's the bottom of the curve. So here's where your liquid line is. Okay, so that helps you see where the curve, where the end of the curve is. It's not up here, it's here. They just put it up there to trick you. And sometimes it looks like that when you look at a graduated cylinder for real. So we're looking at this right here. So what is between 25 and 26? Well, if you look at between here and here, and 26 and 27, it looks like it is 0.5. So it's going to be 25.5. Okay, so this one, 5, 6, that one's right straight 7. That one's easy. Okay, so this one is between 9 and 10. Here's your 0.5. Here's your 0.5. So that one is going to be 9.5. Okay, so this one is 17. In between 17 and 18, here's your 0.5. So that one's going to be 17.5. Okay, and this one right here is clearly on 13. That one's easy. Okay, so let's go here to the bottom. Okay, so we're between 50 and 60. Okay, so here's the bottom of the curve. Okay, we'll see what it's counting by between 50 and 60. Let's see if it's counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, it's counting by ones. So that's what I do when I try to solve these. So 50, 51, 52, 53. So that one's going to be 53. Okay, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it's counting by ones. So this one is counting by ones. So that's going to be 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and it's going to be 36. This one is, on your paper, that's a 20. Just can't see it on mine. Okay, so that one is right straight at, well, that number is 20 right there, sorry. So it's right here. On your paper, it shows it a little bit clearer. This one's going to be 19. I just put the 20 in the wrong place. Okay, so here, it's between 20 and 30. It's counting by 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then we go with this one, 41, 42. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is, number 1, see what it's counting by. You got to do that. Also need to highlight the meniscus line. That's the bottom of the curve. You want to highlight the meniscus line. Okay, so that's the bottom of the curve. All right, let's go to the back side. Okay, so here we're on the back side. Okay. And let's start on the back side. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's look at this together. The picture shows the student reading a graduated cylinder. Which change would help ensure that a more accurate measurement is made? Accurate. What does accurate mean? Think about it. If you don't know what it is, then look it up in a dictionary. Accurate means the closest measurement. What would be the most correct? Okay, so looking at her, she's holding it in her hand. Is that a good idea? The student should be seated? Yeah, she should be seated. The cylinder should be held with 2 hands? Well, it doesn't have to be. It's kind of light. The student should be wearing insulated gloves. That has nothing to do with it. That's your distractor. That has nothing to do with it. The cylinder should be on a flat surface. Yes, you can't read a graduated cylinder unless it's flat. Okay, so let's go to the number 2. What is the volume of reading the solution in the pipette? Pipette is just a little skinny thing to get water out of. Don't worry about it. Just look at this, focus on this right here. These are words to just kind of confuse you, so don't worry about it. Okay, first of all, underline or highlight where your meniscus line is, which is right there. We know that it is in between 19 and 20. We know it's in between those two. Okay, well, what is it counting by? There's a lot of lines in between 19 and 20. So if there's lines in between 19 and 20, what's the first thing that should pop in your head? There's lines in between 2 whole numbers. There's lines in between 2 whole numbers. There should be